So this week, this is the first of what I anticipate being several bonuses or thank yous. So in exchange for kind of supporting the podcast and my music, every episode I'll post a short video here, kind of playing through one of the tunes that I like, playing a little bit shorter, talking about some of the choices I've made, that sort of thing. So this week, my favorite tune was Dribbles of Brandy. And I'm a little frustrated with it because whenever I do that overdubbing, I wind up playing the tune a lot more than normally for podcast recording. So by the end of it, I really have a different idea of how I'd like to be playing it rather than being saddled with an earlier version because of the first track I put down. So this tune kind of lends itself to, I think, to slow, playing it quite slowly. It just has a good tone to it. So this is Dribbles of Brandy. It's from James Aird's. I'll play it here quick, just to remind you what it sounds like, and then I'll go through it a little bit slower. This is a key of D whistle if you're wanting to play along. Yeah, so it's a pretty basic tune. One thing that I've noticed that I do wrong when playing it, that opening, sometimes I wind up playing it, so going up to, not going all the way up that I should. I wanted to say it in Highland piping tunes. Anyway, so let's do Dribbles of Brandy. We'll do that first part a little bit slower. The tricky thing there, those like little half-covered notes to get to the low D, or to play the low D note half-covered, can be tricky to do at speed, especially on a kind of small penny whistle. But that's all you're trying to do is just cover it a little bit, and it doesn't really kill. It doesn't kill the tune, I think, if you play it straight. Like, it sounds just fine if you don't get that half note, but it just sounds a little bit more interesting if you are able to kind of half cover it. It's obviously easier on an uilleann pipe or on a low whistle. And I don't know what's worse, you know, covering it all the way down, or sometimes when I go to half cover it, I just miss the hole completely like that. Anyway, but that's what it's supposed to go. You're supposed to have that little half note. So yeah, let's do the B part. I'm just using a woody whistle here. And again there in the second octave, you also have that half-covered note. And again, if you don't do the half-covered D, it sounds fine. It's just a little bit more interesting if you do it. And that's how it's written, is with that little half-covering. Do it one more time at speed, because I think it works well as a straight jig too. Cool tune. Clearly you can do a lot with it. So anyway, thanks for the support and hope you like Dribbles of Brandy.